It just came to me and I was like, you know what? I'm sticking with this. I'm gonna double down on this answer. I think each person is going to have different perspectives on watching from. Some people are really going to take away like the horror aspect. They're going to be scared. They're going to have their nightmares and they're going to like really be interested in all like the bloody, gutsy and monster parts of From. But I think other people are really going to stay for and be entertained by like the drama aspect of it and the connections of the people in town and how they interact with one another and all of that sort of horrors that go on in there.
Is horror something that you're actually into?
I love horror, yeah. I tend to be a little bit of a baby, especially if I'm watching in theaters, like, I will be covering my eyes and plugging my ears, but I'm still there. Like, I'm still watching it, I'm just not as dialed in as other people in the theater. If you have a jump scare coming, I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry, this is what I'm doing, because I'm not getting scared in this theater, I'm not gonna scream." It's embarrassing.
Seeing how your show has many creepy moments, have you ever been creeped out on set?
It's been, like, 5 years now, so I'm pretty like, adjusted. I also grew up doing horror as well, like, my first ever film I did was horror, and I feel like that kind of desensitized me to anything like that, but when you're on set, it's not scary because you're laughing and goofing around off camera.
Have you ever had a moment on set where you've surprised yourself?
You know what? I did not know of my screaming capabilities until From. Like, it's not really something that you really rehearse or just do, in public. So in the script, they were like, "Scream," and I was like, "Shit, if you want me to scream, Imma scream." And yeah, people seem to like it, and then I just kept doing it, and I keep doing it now in seasons 4 and 5 too. So it's actually really therapeutic, and I really like screaming. I'm probably destroying my vocal cords, and it's terrible for me, but I just do it.
When you're playing the emotional sides of Julie, are you pulling from that moment or are you actually pulling from somewhere else?
As an actor, my process is kind of different from others. I tend to not really pull too much from my own emotion. I find that that disconnects me a lot from the character because we're different people and we experience different things. Obviously, Julie's experiencing different things than me. If I'm thinking, like a lot of people say, like, oh, I think about like if I'm doing a sad scene, I think about like a loved one passing away or something. I'm like, I don't find that that helps me because I'm Julie in that moment and I'm not Hannah. And the more I think about Hannah, the less I'm gonna be Julie and tap in and ground myself like that. So yeah, I really just try to do deep character work and do deep prep work to know where Julie's at and what she's thinking, so I don't have to think about Hannah and what makes me sad. I just think about what's making Julie sad because Julie's life is sad enough as it is, so it's pretty easy to to think about her sad stuff.
So, building the character of Julie, what did the process look like for you?
There's so much of Julie that I've just had to sort of make up for myself, like her whole life before what coming into town, I kind of decided, what was she like in school? How many friends did she have? What was her kind of upbringing with her mom and her dad, with her brother? What was the dynamic there? Is she close with her mom? Is she close with her dad? Like all those kind of aspects that shape just like basic fundamental beings of who we are. So yeah, I think that that's a way that I went about it. And yeah, I get a lot of stuff revealed to me still. Like in the scripts, I'll see backstory stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that was what we were doing, but I can incorporate that into how I go forward with the character from now on.
Going off of that, has there ever been a scene that you felt like you wanted to redo? Not because it was bad, but because there was something that you've learned about Julie's backstory that would have made you approach it differently?
There's a few. I would love to redo the scene. I don't think it was bad or anything, but I would love to redo the scene in season 1 where I'm talking to Tabitha about Thomas, and just saying I don't even remember what my lines were, but basically the vibe was like, "I know that this whole trip was just so that you could sit us down and break the news, and, she talks about how you have 2 other kids and why aren't we enough for you?" I think I know so much more about Julie now than I did in that moment. I think that I could really tap into more for that scene. I don't think it was bad, but I think I just know more now that I think would be cool to redo.
I saw that you posted about season 5, so congratulations. But I also saw that it was the final season. So, being on this journey so far, what do you think you're going to miss the most about Julie?
Aw. I'm really gonna miss oh my god, that's a great question. I'm gonna miss playing Julie just because I'm gonna miss being a character that gets to interact with so many other characters. Like, a lot of people in the show have a lot of their own, like, side quests, sort of, like, they stick with their few characters and do their thing. I feel like Julie's always just kind of bopping around to different characters, and I really like that aspect of her, and I really like getting to play with different actors and getting to every actor's process is so different, and I think on From, I that's been really eye-opening for me to see, like, the different creativity that goes behind each actor, and, you have actors from all walks of life on this show, and I think it's been really interesting, and it's gonna be very sad to move on to my future projects where I don't have the same sort of creative freedom, I guess, in that sense.
So with the creative freedom, what does that actually look like on set?
I really do love to collaborate with my scene partners in the moment, and we love to just play off of one another, and each actor's process is different, but, like, someone like, Nathan Simmons, who plays Elgin, like, whenever we have a scene together, like, the prep that we do for those scenes, and it could just be, like, a one-page little scene, but, like, we go so into it, and it's because we have such a close bond, like, in real life as well, that we could just talk about it for so long and go through all of our characters' mindsets and what we're thinking in these moments, and I might not do that with other actors because some other actors might just be like, we'll just do it on the day and see what happens," you know? So I really like that flow there.
What has acting revealed to you that you wouldn't have discovered any other way except by acting?
I really think that acting has just really helped me discover who I am and know that I don't have to be afraid of who I am. I spent a lot of my, teenage years sort of, I guess, pretending to be someone else and trying to fit in and mold to what other people wanted to be around and what I thought other people wanted to be around, and I wasn't really living my authentic self. Like, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. I'm just different. But I am. Like, I'm my and I like it's taught me that I can find people and I can find other fellow weirdos who in the creative world or not in the creative world who will just accept you for who you are. And I think that acting has really kind of broken me out of my shell in that way.
Has the show From allowed you to discover anything about yourself?
Yeah, From has really it's really just solidified for me like what I want to do with my life. And it's really solidified performance for me and creating art and knowing that what you make and what you create can have an impact on people. And just like the fans' reactions to From were really like it's so different from anything I've experienced, and it has really, really inspired me to keep going, and I'm like, "Wow, this is what it's like when people, like, care so deeply about something that you create," and it's a good feeling, like, it feels really good to have people care that much, so, yeah, it's definitely, like, a motivator to keep going for future projects.
Going from audition to the season 4 premiere, could you have imagined it ever being like this?
No, I literally had no idea. Like, when I didn't even get the scripts until I booked the role, like, I got the plot synopsis, my 3 audition scenes, and then I moved to Halifax to film, and I was 17, I knew nothing, like, I had been working professionally since I was 11, but I just knew, like, nothing, and this project has literally taught me so much about just the film world in general.
So what excites you the most about playing Julie in season 4?
This season for Julie, there's a lot more determination, I'll say, for her, and I think that can be seen in 2 ways that I won't say now because it's a little bit of spoilers, but you see her fight a lot more this season, I can't say why, but you see a lot more fight in Julie, and you see a lot more determination and, like, she's a lot more steadfast this season, so I think that that's really cool to see for Julie, and she's leading a lot more with her logical side of her brain than just, like, emotion as well.
Coming from season 1 to season 4, what do you think you understand about Julie now? Or are you still discovering parts of her?
One thing that I'm constantly working on with Julie is where she's at kind of, like, maturity-wise. I think it's very easy to just be like, "Oh, she's matured faster than other girls that would be her age, and now she's an adult like all the rest of the adult characters," but she's not. She's a kid. She's a teenager, and yes, of course, she has experienced, like, many traumatic situations that would, like, make her mature faster than others, but at the end of the day, she is still and I still wanna keep that youth in her while acknowledging what she's been through at the same time, so it's like it's an interesting balance that I've really been sort of playing with more recently too, and I think that, like, doing a lot of scenes with AJ, who plays Randall, has really helped me, like, go back into the big brother, little sister energy has really helped me find that innocence for Julie and find that youthfulness for Julie because she's always the big sister for Ethan, and it's nice to have her kind of tap into the little sister side a little bit more of her, and I think that's been really fun to discover.
If someone was to watch this interview 10 years from now, what's one thing about you that you hope never changes?
That's so cute. Aw, I really hope that I still have, like, my spark and my just general ambition in life. I'm a big dreamer, and I really like to, like, just pretend, and I like to just hope for what my future will look like and what things might come my way and just always manifest, like, good positive things and things that are gonna fulfill me creatively and fulfill me, like, emotionally and in my personal life, and I hope that I just never lose that. Like, I hope that, there can be a lot of people that this industry can be very draining for them, and it is. I've already experienced many times this feelings of, like, burnout or feeling like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is my last audition. I can't do this anymore. Um, but I really don't wanna lose that. I really don't wanna lose my genuine love for just acting and creating.
In real life, if you could story walk, where would you want to story walk to?
Ooh, like in my past or just in, like, the general history of the world?
Let's go for the general history of the world.
You know what? Random. I would wanna go back to, like, way back. Like, I would wanna go back to, like, Black Plague kinda era. Like, yeah, weird,
Fam,
but,
what?
like but I just wanna know. I just wanna know what it was like. Like, it's just so different from our world today. I just wanna know how much privilege we have in our current day and age and how much easier we have it. And just like I feel like back then, life you really couldn't take it for granted. You got like a good 13 years on average. So it's like, you got to appreciate the little things more. I don't want to get stuck there. I don't want to stay there. I would just like to see it and be like, "Okay, okay." And it might give me like a new profound zest for life.
What happens next is my favorite part.
Hey, I'm Hannah Cheramy. This is Customatic TV, and I hope you're watching from season 4. 3, 2, 1.